spastically infatuated with the in-between. The ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine. When funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way. A bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funkin' in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funkin' in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Da, 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 da.
And we're live.
And we are back.
There you go.
Oh, where are you?
You're back somewhere. David, where are you? Can you hear me?
I'm on. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think there's a bit of delay though. I think there's a bit of delay right now. So, where are you, David? Where in the world is David Leffingwell today?
I'm out in Hawaii. That's like Kiki Beach right behind me, and we're having a good time out here. Well, I'm having a good time. I'm the only one out here.
There you go.
I'm solo in Hawaii. It's my time.
Oh man, I am super jealous.
Yeah.
We're getting a bit of background noise now. We're actually getting more now than we were earlier, but we're gonna make it work.
Of course.
You're
Figured it out. Yeah.
You're very popular, David.
No, the seating here is very popular. If it gets too much, what we'll do is I'll just drop off for a couple of minutes, run up to the balcony and go from there. But
There you
we'll see
go.
if we can live with it. If not, we'll make a change.
Nikki Leffingwell says,
Be good.
way too much background with Dave. Yeah, you got a lot of background noise. It's kind of, we're only hearing about like 50% of what you're saying, but we'll make it work.
All right, yeah, it's pretty noisy here. And what I'll do is that way you guys can just, the lovely view, be jealous of the view. I'll log off for give me a couple minutes because I'll need to close my tab out. And then I'll just run up to the balcony and we'll do it from there, be a lot more quiet.
Fair enough. They'll have to suffer with me for a while.
If you guys got all that. So, all right.
All right, David.
I guess I will catch you guys back up in the room. But until then, enjoy as I'm having my delicious Mai Tai.
All right, we will. Oh man,
I want to serve 1944 Mai Tai. Since on Nikki's watching now.
I'm jealous of that drink alone. Not to mention the beach.
Yeah. All right, folks. I will see you guys back up in just a couple minutes. Okay. I'll be right back on.
All right, perfect. All right, now is the time when David decides to log off and then go find a less noisy spot. But that's okay. It's fine. Nikki, thanks for letting us know what's going on. So, for those who don't know, David is a world traveler. He has a terrible life. I feel bad for the guy, really. He just sits in a cube all day long, and he never goes anyplace interesting. So that's why he's in Hawaii right now, sitting on a beach. Meanwhile, I have the glamorous life of trying to host the show by myself. So you guys are stuck with me for a few minutes until David gets back to his hotel room. So I don't know. Should I go through some news? I'm going to sit here and wait for an answer until somebody says something. So let's go through some news. David doesn't need to see all the news. There's some fun stuff. All right. And we can always revisit it too when David comes along. So I'm just going to bring up one of the more interesting pieces of news that I thought was cool. You may or may not. So, all right, here we go. Just in case we weren't all worried enough about AI taking over, it turns out that AI is now also merging with animals. AI is merging with animals and creating unholy creatures of unspeakable horror. And this is one of the beasts of the last days coming to take over.
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh,
somebody actually created this thing for
I craved the strength and certainty of steel.
Somebody actually created this machine for a snake to walk on legs. So that's just going against the Bible right there. It's a sign of the Antichrist. The snake actually has legs and can decide where it wants to walk. That's super weird. Yeah, this is what the world is coming to. And I don't know if you've seen it. There was actually something similar that a group of scientists did with some mushrooms. They actually hooked mushrooms up to similar devices, and the electromagnetic fields generated by the mushrooms actually made these things, like made the machines move around, and it's pretty crazy. Hang on, I think we're getting some comments here I'm missing. All right. Nikki says he did send a picture yesterday of him in a random conference room while in Hawaii. Yeah, I'm super jealous, Nikki. That's not cool. And then she also says, absolutely the fuck not. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but I think you give David way too much leniency on his traveling. I think he needs to include at least you and I. If he wants to take the kids, that's his problem. But at least you and I, Nikki, need to be dragged along to Hawaii just to watch his backside. But yeah, so this is the exciting part of the show when oh, there you go. She's talking about the snake with the legs. Yeah, so Nikki, you're not into snakes with legs? This doesn't creep you out. Yeah, Nikki doesn't like it. It's kind of cool. I guess it's kind of cool. I'll have to find the video of the people who did the same thing with mushrooms, because apparently mushrooms can now walk. That's all we need, walking mushrooms and walking snakes. And Again, once AI completely merges with animal life, it's all over for us. It's all over. It's gonna be like Planet of the Apes, only with mushrooms and snakes. Apparently, she says that's terrifying. Yeah, it's a little unnerving. It makes you wonder, like, what the scientist was thinking when, like, the engineers were thinking when they sat down and said, you know what, we should figure out how to give a snake legs. And then somehow I guarantee these people made bank on some investor or most likely government grants. These people probably pulled in a ton of money on government grants to build this thing. See, that's what I got to learn how to do. That's what we got to start doing on the show, is finding out how to get government grants for useless, weird stuff like this, and then do it. That's a show we got to work on. That's one we can all sort of let's work together and build this up. All right. Well, we have walking mushrooms in Mario. Yeah, but snakes are a giant nope. It's fine. I get it. It's the mushrooms don't creep you out as much. I don't know. I find that almost more unnerving because, like, at least snakes are vertebrates. Like they're like somewhat related to us. Mushrooms aren't they're not a plant or an animal. They're their own thing. Like they might as well be complete aliens. So I don't know, mushrooms might be a little weirder. So on that note, the government's releasing the alien files from the top secret alien files the government's supposed to be releasing. What do you think aliens would do if they came down and saw this? Or is this the alien technology? Are they making this happen? Apparently one of the species is the reptilians. Maybe the reptilian aliens are like, yeah, this totally makes sense. We did this a long time ago. You're on the right track. See how the show breaks down without David shooting down all this nonsense. This is the kind of stuff I would talk about all the time, because this is the kind of stuff that I talk about all the time anyway. Good times. All right. So apparently Nikki does not like the snake with legs, and well, I mean, and really, if you think about it, the snake with legs is really no different from an orangutan driving a golf cart. Wait, no, that's a commercial. We got to get through the commercial first. Hang on. Thanks, YouTube. Who else has noticed more and more YouTube ads? It's insane. There you go. So an orangutan driving a golf cart. It's no different. It's the same thing. Hang on. Oh boy. I lost, there it is. I lost my eCam controls. Aliens would get here and turn around and go home. Maybe that's what happened. They came to Earth and they saw the stuff we're doing like this, and they're like, nope, this is a big nope, we're out. Sorry, I always have to also reset the comments section, because for some reason, every single time I shut down our streaming software, it decides to reset and put it in a weird place with weird dimensions for absolutely no reason. There we go. Good times. Yeah, so a snake with legs is really no different from an orangutan with golf cart. That's the height of today's show. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope you're really enjoying yourselves, and we're gonna have a lot more of this type of nonsense until David eventually shoots it down. All right, we're gonna save that for later. That's fine. But that's the stuff of nightmares right there. That'll give you guys something to think about later tonight. So, everybody watching, listening, let us know what your drink of choice is for the evening. David obviously had a delicious Hawaiian cocktail. And he said it was a Mai Tai. And I'm super jealous. I'm having some Blantons, some actual Blantons, not just tin Blantons. Tin Blantons, by the way, is my own personal reserve of Blantons, which is essentially just a tin cup in a Blanton's bottle, so I look fancy. But I actually have real Blantons today, so cheers. All right, let's get into the main topic. I guess we could. Why not? All right, hang on. I gotta bring back the. There it is. The controls. I'm really not happy with the software. All right. So we do actually have a main topic, and we can start talking about it a little bit. And look, if you saw the title of today's show, don't get scared. It's not nearly as boring as you think it will be. It's about press releases. So they sound super boring. Like press release. Why are we talking about press releases? That's not fun at all. It is actually really, really important. It's actually one of the most important things a company can do whenever they have anything major going on. Uh, he says, "I'm 100% okay with this. With me doing the show without David. I don't know. We'll see. That Mai Tai is seriously the best drink I've ever had. I am really jealous of that Mai Tai. That looked really good. That chunk of pineapple in the top, that looked pretty amazing. Nikki, I hear you're going to go down with David in July to Hawaii. I think he said July. Which, again, the man leads such a boring life. I don't know how he does it, but man, you guys, I hope you guys have a lot of fun. That sounds amazing. One of these days, I'll make it to Hawaii. One of our other watchers, people who regularly watch the show, Matt Welch, is in Hawaii right now. He's in, I think he's on Kauai, the island of Kauai, and I was saying earlier to my current wife, it'd be funny if David and Matt ran into each other because they've never actually met. But if they met in Hawaii, that'd be like super weird. But no, one of these days I'm gonna make it. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I'm gonna make it. Yeah, so you and your daughter are going to Hawaii with him. Man, that's cool. That's really cool. One day I'd like to take my kids. It's gonna happen. Flashpoint Safety is the company I'm launching right now, and Nikki, I know you know, but everybody else doesn't know. And it's gonna be a huge success. It's gonna be the next big thing. So maybe I'll buy one of the Hawaiian Islands, and we can just set up camp there. Nikki, I don't know if you'd be into this, but a lot of people are doing like friend neighborhoods where a bunch of people just get together and buy a big plot of land somewhere and build their own houses on their own private plot of land. What if we all got together and bought a Hawaiian island? It happens. People do it, and we just had our own island. That'd be pretty sweet. I'd be okay with that. Huge success. Thank you, Nikki. We're going to talk about it a little bit today. So the press release show, today's topic, the reason that we're doing it is because I'm setting up all the press release information right now for Flashpoint. And a lot of work goes into a press release, like a lot more than you think it would. So we're going to run through like all the stuff that you do for a press release, why it's so important. It's actually shows better ROI, return on investment, than traditional marketing in a lot of cases. So we're going to run through those numbers as well. It sounds super boring, but it's actually really, really important. So if your company, your business, your personal brand ever does anything noteworthy, press releases are huge. Hawaiian Island, don't tempt me with a good time. I am tempting you with a good time, Nikki, because we're going to get together. We're going to buy Hawaiian Island. We're going to have a family, friends, community on this Hawaiian Island, and that's just going to be our thing. We're going to make it happen. I don't know how or when exactly, but we're gonna make this happen. So definitely hold your breath because it's totally gonna happen. Not like any other creepy islands or anything else in the world. This one's gonna be cool. I don't even know why I brought that up. That's weird. Forget I ever said that. Again, this is what happens when I'm on the show by myself. It gets weird. It's weird way too fast. So I'm just gonna run through some of these numbers real quick. So as far as ROI. So recent research found that earned media, so that's it's basically digital marketing. So earned media is more organic, the more organic side of digital marketing. Created a 239% median increase in AI search visibility and brand citation across platforms like ChatGPT and Google AI overviews. So since digital marketing and the organic side of that, press releases are a big part of that. So press releases led to the increase in the earned media side. So 239% increase. That's huge. Let's see. So it's gonna happen, Nikki. We're gonna get the Hawaiian Island. I don't see. Here's the only problem though. So I can't get my. Oh, here's David. Here he is. He's back.
And I'm sorry about that.
Hey, I was just telling
That was-
Nikki that here's what we're gonna do when Flashpoint's a huge success. We're gonna build a friend community like you and I were talking about. Except here's the thing. We're gonna buy Hawaiian Island and have a friend island,
Ah,
right?
all right.
It's gonna happen. We're gonna make this happen.
Comment up. That was a little more tasking than I thought because I had to grab a second Mai Tai, right? I mean, 'cause
Well, you can't
can't
just have one
one
delicious
Mai
Mai Tai. Yeah,
yeah, so I had to get a second Mai Tai, and
I
then
feel terrible for you.
the moment I stood up, some old guy was like, "Are you out of here?" And he took my seat, and this little Asian lady looked at him with daggers because she was inching closer as she was
Yeah.
watching me pack my stuff up.
Were all the seats
But
full?
at that point, only had it was getting there. It's
Mm.
3:22 out here, so people are really getting coming. This place, it's odd. This place really comes alive. Let's say 9 o'clock at night. This place just lights up.
I believe.
You know,
Wow,
the ocean.
believe
I think what it
That
is
doesn't sound odd at all.
is the ocean. The ocean. Well, I don't want to say the ocean closes, but it gets dark. You don't swim out there. If you're smart and dark.
Right.
So the city kind of comes alive, but right now everybody's kind of in between the two, and it's a nice place to be if you can be there.
Right.
So-
No kidding. That's
so I had
awesome,
to
man.
I had to order a second Mai Tai. So I ordered the second Mai Tai at the bar, and I told the lady who had my tab, I was like, just add a second Mai Tai, and I'll just we'll be done. So she brings it back to me with only her Mai Tai, and I'm like, because they want to make sure they split the $4 tip
Oh, geez.
right.
Of
Like,
course. Be like, I'll pay you $8 more
like-
just to give me this. Yeah.
Yeah, $8 more to simplify. I will pay you more money to simplify this for me. But no, so I had to close 2 tabs
Right.
to get that, and then I had a backpack of 2 Mai Tais, and this was a fresh Mai Tai. As you can see, I haven't mixed it yet.
Nice.
And so as I'm walking, I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to spill that." So I just took a drink, and that was just straight spiced rum on the top. So, or not spiced, or dark rum or something.
Right. That sounds
So
right.
I really felt like a pirate.
Nice.
I felt like a pirate. I was ready to plunder some booty, and
Not without your wife there.
no, not even a laugh. Not even a laugh. I'm waiting for her comment to come up after that. After that one.
No,
So,
no plundering booty
Yeah, so
without
it was
your
a
wife there.
task. Yeah, more raid and pillage.
You still got a pretty sweet view from your balcony there. That is
Arr.
awesome, man.
Yeah, actually,
That is
I
a
might
great
actually
view.
be able to show that. Oh,
Yeah, that's incredible. Dude. Come on, man. I'm super
yeah,
jealous.
that's Diamond
that's
Head
not
right
right.
there. So, yeah,
That's not cool. You can go screw yourself, David.
that's off of this balcony. My other balcony over
You-
there
You have
is
two
right off,
balconies
is
in your
off the
room.
bedroom.
You have
Yeah.
2 balconies.
Yeah, so off the bedroom, I keep the windows, the curtains open, so in the morning the sun comes up, and I can just the first thing I see is Diamond Head and ocean out there. It's really nice. It's nice. I recommend it.
Nikki says,
This hotel I
West had my
recommend.
back. Nikki, I got your back. I got your back.
Surrender ye booty.
I will not, David. I don't
I'm
care
drink-
how many Mai Tais you
I'm
give me.
I will not. I will not consent. Everybody has their number of Mai Tais, bro. Anyway,
It is a good looking Mai Tai though. That big chunk of pineapple on top, man, that looks refreshing.
that's the most fruit I've had this week is eating these the stuff off the Mai Tai.
It's
That's
like
it.
one of the most important meals of the day is your Mai Tai. I get it.
Yes, yeah. The doctors agree when they're drunk that the Mai Tai is the most important meal of the day. Yes. Next thing you
Oh,
know, I'm going to
man.
have Kennedy busting down, growling at me about taking that back. It's not the most important meal of the day.
I have some inappropriate comments there, but I'm not going to make them. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good time. So I tried to watch a little bit, but it was very hard to watch because I had 2 Mai Tais in my hand. I was getting in an elevator and all
You had
kinds of
your hands
stuff.
full. You didn't miss anything.
So
super...
I see something about
Hmm?
Aliens. What the hell? Oh my lord! The snake with legs.
Yeah. You see the kind of stuff you miss when you're not on the show,
I
David? You miss
guess.
all the good stuff.
Well, we have a walking mushrooms in Mario, so I'm cool with those. But snakes with giant legs is a nope. Um, I think she's the one drinking the Mai Tais at this
So this
point.
is David. This is the big LSD show. You missed most of the fun.
Aliens would get her and turn. I'm guessing that's here.
Get here.
Aliens would get here and turn around and go home. And then there was something about this I'm 100% okay with.
Right.
Okay.
I think she, as far as
And then
this,
that
I'm
might.
okay with is I think is the idea of us getting buying an island.
Oh, an island. Okay. So that Mai Tai is seriously the best. Yes, he is being Pip and me with him. I don't know what that means.
Talking about in
Oh,
July, you guys are going to
bringing.
yeah. In July, you're going to bring them to Hawaii with
Yeah.
you because you
Yeah.
lead such a
Yeah. I mean, I
boring
have to
life.
come back anyway. So
You have a terrible life. I feel bad for you. I mean, I feel bad that you're going to drag your family into that, but you know.
yeah, yeah. Now it says Nicole is watching, so now she's back on. I got to be in again. So
Jeff Brigham says, "I want a Mai
well.
Tai. I want to go back to the ocean. Don't we all, Jeff? I really want to go back.
Yeah,
That Mai Tai looks really refreshing."
it is delicious. I had 7 of these on Monday or Sunday when I got here.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
David hydrates so much. You gotta
yeah.
keep it all flushed.
Except, I think at a certain point they just start watering them down for you.
Yeah, at a
Keep you
certain
happy.
point, they're like, he doesn't know if there's more booze in there or not. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. To be honest, I'd rather just if I could remember the words, just bring me water. I probably would. Like, just
Yeah,
bring me
after 7
water
of those,
when
you're
I take
not.
the drink.
After 7 of those, you're just grunting and hoping
Yeah.
somebody splashes you in the face.
Well, I was with 7's an exaggeration, but I did drink a few of them on Sunday, just in case anybody from my office is watching. I definitely didn't drink 7, but it was forcing myself to stay up because of the time change. It was it's rough.
Because if there's one
It's
thing that you
it's
want to do
only
to stay awake is drink 7 Mai Tais.
well, it's
That's what I do when I want to stay awake.
drinking and it's drinking
I
and
drink
socializing
excessively to
and
stay
all that.
awake. It's
Yes.
science.
It's, yeah, yeah. So I moved up here, and now they're being louder.
You got some partiers going on down there. You got some
Yeah, they're bringing one of the
people
boats.
having
They're
a good
bringing one
old
of the
time.
boats in here.
There you go.
One of the catamarans. One of the catamarans are coming back in.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I'm
Yeah.
jealous of that view. That's a pretty great view, man.
Yes, it is definitely a great view. The first time we were here, we stayed in the smaller part of the hotel over here called the Banyan Rooms, and those were beautiful rooms, kind of old, but gorgeous and small. My room is none of that. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
it's
got 2
gorgeous, but
balconies.
it's
I mean,
not
you got a
small.
pretty. I mean, yeah, 2 balconies. That's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
So this is the
Jeff
first
says
time
your
I'll
life looks
point it out
really
because
challenging.
it's a rough time
It is,
to
man.
be David. Yes, but the last 2 times I've been here, this tower was closed. The balconies were closed. The first year, last year, the whole thing was closed for being renovated and everything.
Oh wow.
But this year, I just booked a standard room, but I got upgraded to this, and yeah, I'll take that upgrade.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
That's a hell of an upgrade, dude. That
Mighty,
is a great
mighty
room.
kind of you. Yeah,
Seriously.
it's nice. Yeah. So their fireworks will be right out here tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I think some of my coworkers and the folks will be over tomorrow night. We'll probably just I don't want to say order pizza, but order some kind of food or whatnot, or do dinner, and then we'll come up here for sunset fireworks on Friday nights.
Well, look,
It's
if
a
you
good
know any
time.
potential clients for Flashpoint out there, let me know. I'll be more than happy
This
to
place is
set them up.
this place is ripe for that technology. I'm out here and I work both angles. I work the firebrand out here, and I work the line team for lithium-ion batteries. And I could have a conversation every day for 2 or 3 months with people out here growing this market. The
Yeah.
Maui or the Hawaii Energy Conference is over on Maui this week. Unfortunately, I had things that collided with it.
Hmm.
So otherwise, I'd be doing this from Maui,
There you go. Jeez.
which Maui ain't half bad either.
Well, you ought to apply to speak there next time. That'd be cool.
I might. Uh, I texted my boy earlier. There's a person that was they're looking for technicians for fire alarm people out on Maui,
Dude,
and
Noah
he's
would
like,
jump on that in a
we pay
second.
very very well, and I texted him. He's like, I'll take it.
You're right.
He's
Don't
just
even need
straight
any
up.
more
He doesn't know
information.
anything
I'll
else
take
about it.
it.
I'll take it.
Exactly.
I'll take it.
Shoot,
I'll
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put my name in. I'm in.
Yeah. So I believe I think the term they call it is rock fever. I call it island fever, but most people can't stay. Like I think I could make it 3 years out here,
That's
but
it. You
that's
can.
because I travel. I travel a good bit, so I wouldn't always be here. But
So
for somebody to just live out here,
is rock fever
3
like
years is
something where
about enough.
people can't make it? Like they can't live there that long?
Yeah, like it's like okay, it was nice, it's good. I want to get back to the mainland and go.
None of that makes any
It
sense to
sounds,
me. That
but
sounds like
yeah,
nonsense.
yeah. And we've talked to people that did it. They moved back to the mainland. The one of the guys we met with today, his mom and dad came out. His dad made it about 1 year. And was like, nope, can't do it.
That makes
Now
no sense to me. It
back.
reminds me of an old.
Yeah,
Remember Daniel Tosh? He had Tosh
Tosh
point two point dot point oh or something. Yeah. So he had
yeah,
a bit in one of his stand-up things where he was
I
talking
hated
about
that
people.
guy, but yeah, I remember him.
It was a funny part of his stand-up though. He was talking about people who complain they don't like to live in the South because they like to live places with seasons. And he says, "Yeah, I love seasons too. That's why I live someplace where I can avoid the shitty ones." So like, I'd be okay with living. I think I could manage to live in paradise
You can
for more
manage.
than 3 years. I think I can make it work.
I think I could get 3 years. At 3 years, I think I'd call it quits.
I don't know, David. You've seen how I live. I can find a good place and hunker down. I
Yeah,
can make it work.
yeah. You haven't left that basement since the last show.
This is no. I never leave. This is where I live now. I take vitamin D pills because I haven't seen the sun in years.
Yeah. I haven't seen the sun in 2 minutes. It's behind the cloud.
Yeah,
right
literally
now.
seconds. It's been terrible for you, David.
It's been a few minutes. It's behind the cloud right there right now. We'll get it back in a minute.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I got to tell you, David, we're all very impressed.
Impressed her. I think everybody should have a moment of silence for the rough life that I have to.
It's true, man.
That I have to endure to provide for my family.
It's true. Look, years ago, did you ever think
Yeah.
you'd be where you are right now?
No.
Nikki says,
No.
if you move me to Hawaii, you're leaving me there when you move away. See, Nikki, you and I, we can have get our houses in the friend community, and David, he can go off and do his traveling, and he can just come back to our private island anytime he wants to.
Yeah, just sit there and camp out. Yeah,
That's it.
she's another one that doesn't like to leave the house either. Although the amount of soccer travel she has to do now, it's kind of
See, that's true. If you live in
breaks
Hawaii,
that.
it kind of limits your soccer travel a little bit. Like you're kind of like
Well,
restricted.
no. You're gonna be flying from island to island to island, and then to LA, and then to
Nah,
and to
no,
San
no,
Diego,
no.
and then
See,
to
you
Texas
guys
and
are too
Dallas.
accommodating for this. You got to put your kids back in place. You got to lay down the law a little bit.
You're not going to get an argument out of me on that. Love Pete. Yeah, when they're kicking the ball, when they're kicking a round ball on the ground in Syracuse, but then they also have to kick a round ball on the ground in Virginia and Boston and any number. Something else, Nikki just texted me earlier about if they win something, they've got to go to Tennessee. Unfortunately, that will fall right in the middle of our next. I live in Ohio. Just to limit my
Just
soccer
limit the
travel.
soccer travel.
Yes.
See, he knows. Jeff
Yes.
knows.
Yes.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
would- it
I
would
totally
be.
agree. I'm telling you, my kids would love it
Wow.
too. I have to actually like make my kids leave the house. They never want to go anywhere either. So like, I think we'd
Wow.
all be just beach bums. Make it work.
Oh, beach is not bad. It's right up there. I think you should try it.
So one thing I did discover, and I discovered this back in college, and boy, I was tempted for a while. Apparently, in Hawaii, as long as you have a fishing pole in the water, you're allowed to camp on public beaches for as long as you want to. So like,
Huh.
it was tempting. I was like, look,
Yeah.
if I reach the point in my life where I don't have a wife or kids, I got a retirement plan.
You got to retire, but you just blend right in with the rest of the homeless out here, brother.
I look like I could really I look like a native Hawaiian. I got the complexion for it.
Yeah, you blend right in.
They would
Blend
love
right
me
in.
there.
They'd be like, hey, this is no longer a leper society, bud.
Actually, no. I would probably die within 3 months of skin cancer. Frankly, I have no melanin at all, like at all. I'm practically albino. Thanks, Ireland.
Mm. Go suck on a potato.
Look, don't tempt me with a good time.
Indeed. So, do we have any more news that I get to watch?
We do have
Any
some news. We do have some news. Let's get to it.
Or just some robot snake legs, something?
No, we got some good news articles here, David.
Aliens driving by, going, nope. All right,
No,
let's dig
all right,
in.
it's coming. There's a little bit of a lag, a little bit of delay because Ecamm sucks. So thanks, Ecamm, for this great delay as we're trying to bring up the news. Any second now. It's actually getting like slower. So here's one that was inspired by you,
on
David.
this. I'll tag you on this. Yeah.
Pizza Hut franchise revives old school restaurants with nostalgic features like salad bars and the red cups. Who else remembers going to Pizza Hut and getting the red cups and the salad bar, and they had the Pac-Man game that was the table. That was the best, man.
Yep. I believe it actually is talked about doing up some of the retro games and whatnot are going to be in there too.
Yeah.
They're going to lean into the nostalgia, and I think somebody, and I tagged you on this, and I said I think there's somebody at Pizza Hut watching our show. So if you're from Pizza Hut corporate and you're watching our show and our good ideas back to your people, just wave and say hi so that we can file the lawsuit properly.
David has a master plan for
Stealing
Pizza
my
Hut.
ideas.
David has a master plan.
A plan
for
to bring
Pizza
it
Hut.
back.
David, you've been working on your master plan for years, like plural years, and I'm not saying I'm definitely not saying it's all a bad idea. There are some parts of your plan that I have questions about, but nostalgia was a big part of it.
Those are the best parts. Nostalgia was a big part of it. Those parts that you have questions about would crush.
Yeah.
Absolutely crush. Especially in this day and age with the streaming stuff.
Right. Nostalgia.
It would crush.
Like nostalgia for like really good brands is gonna make a huge comeback. So Pizza Hut's one of them. I'm telling you, if somebody revamps MySpace and brings back MySpace the way it was, like that would be massive. People would jump all over that. But it's funny. I was actually just thinking the other day about those lamps, the stained glass lampshades. I was just thinking about those. I was thinking to myself the other day. I was like, I wonder if you can buy those on eBay anywhere because they're pretty cool. I'd love to have one of those.
So as you were saying that, before you said it, I was like, I wonder if I can find one of those on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist.
Right.
eBay would have been my first thought, but yeah, possibly eBay.
I'll bet they're expensive if you can find one.
Yeah.
So all right, let's move on.
Yeah.
We got a little bit more news. Man, this is really slow. Here it comes. All right, so this one caught my attention. Florida man was arrested for attempting to baptize an alligator in a Waffle House using a pitcher of iced tea. So it's funny because looking at the mugshot and hearing the headline, it's hilarious, and at the same time, it's like I'm not totally surprised because Florida's a batshit crazy place.
No.
But
no.
Upon doing more research, apparently it is not true. Snopes dug into this, and apparently, I'm not sure where the mugshot came from, but it originally came from a post on a parody website that was picked up by an actual news outlet. Yeah. So people actually, I actually fell for it the first time too, because it's just believable enough. to make it out extra hilarious.
Yeah, well, I mean, when something starts with Florida man, whatever comes next is believable.
It could be anything. Like it could literally be
It
Florida man
literally could be
baptizes
anything.
alligator in Waffle House with a pitcher of iced tea. You're like, all right, I kind of believe it.
Yeah.
I've been to Florida.
Uh,
I kind of believe it.
like, how big of an alligator was it? I mean, were the other
Right.
people in the place cool with this,
I mean, was it sweet tea or unsweet tea? That's what you want to know.
yeah, sweet tea or unsweet tea. I mean, and for those of you out there that are like all tea is unsweet unless you put sugar in it, well, we just call that crap. You can take your British self back and throw yourself in the harbor in Boston, please.
It's true. As someone who drinks unsweetened iced tea, a lot of places, if you just go in and ask for an iced tea, you're immediately going to get sweet tea, and you specifically have to ask for unsweetened iced tea if that's what you want. And I found that out the hard way,
Yeah.
looking like an idiot every time I say it. All right.
Yeah, unsweet tea.
So into our
Like
China
toilet
news.
water.
So this comes from Car News China, so you know
Hey,
it's completely accurate
just to make
and true.
sure. Yeah. Well, just to make sure everybody understands, we did get our weekly requirement of idiocracy quotes in. We have to quote idiocracy at least once a show, and we got that in there with the toilet water.
There
for
you go.
Unsweetened tea. So, all right. So, fake Chinese researcher reveals 451.5 watt hour solid state battery with a 3-minute charging capability.
I mean, that's pretty awesome, if true. I think you always have to. It's from China, so you have to say follow it by if true.
Yeah, I know that there was a rather large provider that got a contract to start making it. And they do have some solid state batteries out there. They don't have the energy density. They don't have certain things. They're still not ready for super mass production. But there are some things moving that direction. I don't.
There
think
are
that's
solid state
good.
will eventually get here. It's true, but like David, what do you always say?
Yeah.
It's been 10 to 15 years away for
Yeah.
the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's going to get here, but
It's been
there's
10
all
to
the
15
stories about
years away for the last 10 to 15 years. And that's not for me, from people in the battery world.
right. That's it. But it's you hear all these stories about like donut labs and now all these stories out of China, and apparently BMW is working on some great technology. And yeah, it's neat and it's coming along. But every single one of these claims, even the ones from donut labs, which are supposed to be supposedly like world changing, every single one of the confirmed claims that they put out, people have been able to recreate using traditional battery technology. Like, it's not really that game changing when you think about it. Now, if they can eventually get solid state to be less expensive to produce than lithium ion, then they have a conversation to be had. But a lot of these claims either are completely fake or they're reproducible by much less expensive, more easily accessible technology.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I won't hold my breath
we
on
still
this.
got some time. We got some time.
Right. Yeah, I won't be holding my breath on this Chinese claim. Charging capacity within 3 minutes would be impressive, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I don't believe anything comes from Chinese scientists. Nothing. So
So, David, I know
it's
you're
like saying Harvard professor prefers this. I'm like, you know the Harvard professors? Have you read the bios on the Harvard professors? That's not a strong stance when you say a Harvard professor prefers this, or according to a Harvard educator, Harvard professor, this story. Like, I don't know that you really want to cite a Harvard professor, God.
It's true. It was a Harvard
Actually dig into
professor,
that.
Avi Loeb, who said that
None of like
asteroid was a spaceship.
Oh yeah. Yes, we talked about that, and the asteroid that you and Matt just were swearing up and down with a spaceship.
I
What
still
was
claim
that?
it. Prove it's not,
A1
David.
A1C? Nope.
Atlas
That's blood sugar.
I3 3i Atlas. Yeah, 3i Atlas. Yeah, David, prove it's not a spaceship.
Yeah,
You
there it
can't.
is. Yeah.
It's already out of the solar system.
lemons are sentient and are the most intelligent of all sentient beings on the planet Earth. Prove
Prove they're
me
not.
wrong.
Yeah, prove they're not.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Prove they're not. There's no way. Like they've set back and let mankind develop a taste for their flesh so that they grew in groves and eventually take over the world. It's
Look,
it's the lemon world.
David,
You
you're
can
not
look it
far
up
off.
at lemonparty.com.
Lemonparty.com is their official website. Look, Douglas Adams
Oh,
wrote a very
yeah,
similar story in
that
Hitchhiker's
is
Guide to the
that
Galaxy,
is rum.
where the entire the smartest beings in the universe were mice,
The
and
dolphins.
they were basically just running an experiment on using Earth. So you're not.
Oh, I was thinking the dolphins.
What did you say, David?
Did I lose you?
No, yeah, I'm back.
I
I
said
had
I
to
was thinking
change.
about the dolphins and thanks for all the fish.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I love those books. Oh, I love those. It's a shame he can't finish the story. All right, here's one that caught my eye because David, I know you're a big fan of physics as well. Schrodinger's clock. Time could tick faster or slower at the same time.
Did it catch your bandwidth as well, or is it just me?
Can you hear me?
There, I heard you say something.
Can you hear me now?
Well, you go ahead and read. I can hear you. I
You
can
can
hear
hear.
you.
Okay.
Just you go ahead and read it, and then when the
Okay. I just lost your audio a little bit. I think we are having some connection issues. It might not be my AirPod. It might be the fact that you're on the
absolutely.
other side of the world.
I seen a dog today. I seen a dog today. Its head was like this freaking big.
There you
Such a
go.
fucking dog.
Jeff says, book, it was a core memory. I think he might be talking about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That is a core memory. That's a good one. And then, yeah, Clay says,
Yeah.
dogs are running the world. We work for them. It's true. Dogs and cats. Anybody who's met a cat knows they're a jerk. They are the middle managers of whoever's running the world. All right. So, Schrodinger's clock. Time could tick
The
faster
cats.
and slower at the same time. Scientists may soon test whether time itself can exist in
Or not
quantum
at all.
superposition, or not at all, with clocks ticking faster and slower at the same time. I think what scientists are right on the edge of discovering, David, is the quantum singularity that we all live in, which means that there is no future, there is no past, there's only the present existing as a single quantum singularity. And we lost David. The quantum singularity is breaking down David's internet connection. But it's likely because he's also in Hawaii and I'm in Ohio. So, David, if you hear me, blink once. No? Uh-oh. He can't blink at all. He's either stroking out because the information is so mind-bending, or we lost his connection. I like to think the mind-bending stroke. But no, he might be back. We'll see. So let's see. Here's the summary. Time might even wait. Time might be even stranger than Einstein imagined. Physicists are now exploring the possibility that a single clock could exist in quantum superposition, ticking both faster and slower at the same time. Almost like Schrodinger's cat being both alive and dead simultaneously, which is nonsense. We can talk about that later. Using incredibly precise atomic clocks and cutting-edge quantum technologies, researchers believe they may soon be able to test this bizarre prediction in the lab for the first time. Let's see if David's coming back here. Uh-oh. David, are you back?
There we go.
There you
I
go.
just put a comment on this. It says ringing. It was just like, goodbye, reconnect. I'm like, I didn't click anything.
It might have something to do with the fact that you're in Hawaii, I'm in Ohio. So I'll blame it on that.
Yeah. All right. So the clock can tick faster and slower at the same time. I'm sorry, Schrodinger. We just call that a broken clock.
Right. Yeah, I just mentioned. So I read the summary here, and it mentions Schrodinger's cat, which is also nonsense. For those of you who believe in the many worlds theory and Schrodinger's cat, I don't want to call you a moron, but you should think again. Many worlds is nonsense. The cat is either alive or dead. It's not both at the same time, just because you can't see it. That's like me saying, if I close my eyes really tight and plug my ears, you can't see me anymore. That's not, no. I'm still there. Just because I can't see you doesn't mean you can't see me. Just because I'm hiding in the closet doesn't mean I'm both alive and dead. It's the same, David. It's the same philosophical nonsense of. Hang on. It's the same philosophical nonsense of. Does a tree make a noise if nobody's around to hear it? Does a tree falling in the woods make a noise if nobody's around to hear it? Well, according to physical science, yes, it does. Just because you can't observe it doesn't mean it's not real.
Yes. First 20 years, that tree could be either standing or have already fallen.
Well, according to actual reality,
it's not.
It has either fallen or it's still standing.
But you're not there to observe it. So I would figure you'd be more on this because of your fixation with the double slit experiment and the ability, the impact of observation.
Well, I think so. Not necessarily, because I am also a realist in that something is or it is not. Objective truth is far more concrete than subjective truth. Either something is or it is not. Again, if I'm in the box and I'm observing myself, and there's a cesium atom that is connected to a vial of poisonous gas, from your perspective, you could then say, oh, Wes is either alive or he's dead. And I'm sitting in the box saying, no, let me out of here. I'm still alive. I'm not both dead and alive. Of course, I'm either alive or I'm dead. It's not just a thought experiment. It's a dangerous thought experiment because people are mistaking it for the many worlds thing, which is nonsense.
I do not associate the many words in the Schrodinger's cat experiment too much together, because there's a word in Schrodinger's theory there that you're missing, and it's until it's observed, the cat can be thought of both exactly as alive,
but it can't be. But it can't be thought of as either alive or dead.
It cannot be alive and dead at the same time.
Right,
or
of
alive
course it
or
can.
dead.
And to even think of it as and again
until observed,
to think of it as alive or dead is just it's complete
it's a box.
imagination.
It's a box. Why don't you put a cat in a box and kill it anyway?
Right. Well, it's also just complete imagination. I could say, so until I observe a dragon flying through the sky.
There.
Go ahead. David's trying to throw me off and ignore me. Go ahead.
They can be thought of as either real. No. I was saying there are some rails over there. We're way there. There's a bird. It flew away.
Why are you talking about a bird? I'm not sure what's happening.
Internet having problems again?
Are you trying to change the subject?
So there must have been a big gap. No. I said there's some rails. We're way off of the rails.
We're way off the rails.
We're literally discussing Schrodinger's cat now on our business podcast about launching new products with a proper press release.
That's exactly it. Oh man, there's just a ton of
fervently lag. Talking about fervently. Yeah, I keep running speed test here, and the speed test comes back and lags a little bit, but then comes up. Oh, that's the snake with the robot legs.
Yes. So basically, So when you were gone, I was talking about how not only will AI eventually take over, it's going to merge with our animal co-life forms here on Earth, and they will take over and destroy everything in their path. And this is the first sign of it. This is an AI-driven machine that allows this snake to walk using legs. So AI is interpreting the snake's intentions of where he wants to go, and it's actually pretty accurate. Apparently, I don't know how you can if they're asking the snake if it's accurate, but the snake seems pretty satisfied with going where it wants to go.
Yeah.
And they've actually verified this by saying repeated tests, and the snake no longer tries to escape the tube. It just goes where it wants to go, and that's how they can verify that it's actually accurate, because the snake doesn't try to escape. It just goes where it wants to go. So here's the snake with robot legs. That's exactly what we need. This is the sign of end times, I think, and this is proof that AI will merge with animal life and take over and destroy us all.
And how is it linked to the said snake?
So there are sensors in there that are observing the snake's behaviors, where its head points, what its tongue is doing, and there's nothing holding the snake in. The snake can slither out of there at any time, but the sensors detect the snake's head movements and decipher where it wants to go based on where its head is moving. And the first several tests, they found the snake would just slither out because it hated being in this tube. It's not natural for it. But the more tests they ran with this, the snake actually began to move the machine autonomously based on where it wanted to go, and to the point to where the snake no longer had to slither out of the tube. It would stay in the tube and just go where it wanted to go with these legs.
Okay.
I mean, it's interesting technology, and it's funny. When you were gone, I was saying that it's hilarious that the engineers who developed this probably made millions of dollars on government grants for this thing that has no real world applications. I mean, you could probably use your imagination and say it could deal with amputees or something like that, but like they really just wanted to make bank on government grants. That's exactly what happened here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first thing that came to mind was like, how much of my money went into that?
Millions, guaranteed, hundreds of millions. And David, that's what I'm saying. We need to stop with this whole day job nonsense or creating new products nonsense, and just figure out how to get government grants for crazy stuff like this.
Yep, I'm on board.
Let's make it happen, man.
Yeah, I've already said if the other party takes control again, I'm opening up just 50 nonprofit places as consultants.
Oh,
just sending invoices into USAID.
Don't think I haven't thought about it. Seriously, because
that'll be my day job. That would literally be my day job. Like,
I'm going to open up 50 daycare centers around the country. It's why not? There's obviously money to be had there.
So one out of all that's been censored. Anyway, moving on.
Getting away from politics there. We got a little too close to politics.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It was more about my tax dollars than the politics of it, but
you were thinking about tax dollars. Enough. I was thinking about politics.
I mean, they're not separated by very far.
You're not wrong. Yikes. All right. So yeah, I think we are having some delay because of the fact that you're in Hawaii, I'm in Ohio, but we're making it work. It's not so bad. All right.
Yeah. But, hey, there's no Hofbrauhaus. There's no Hofbrauhaus in Hawaii.
There should totally be a Hofbrau Hawaii.
I mean,
David,
really.
I'll bet we could find at least a handful of guys who would be willing to move to Hawaii and open a Hofbrauhaus there.
A Hofbrau. Yeah. I was telling you. So, which one of us is in the better location right now? You have a Hofbrauhaus right down the street. I do not.
I mean, you got Mai Tais, so that's a close second.
Yeah.
That's a close second, David.
Very close second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very close second. So we have a topic tonight, and hey, we never discussed. We talked about the Mai Tais. What are you drinking tonight? Are you still on Blanton's?
I am still on Blanton's. It's not even tin Blanton's. It's actual Blanton's.
Nice.
So not nearly as exciting as Mai Tai, but still pretty good.
Why is all the rum gone? They put it in that Mai Tai. Holy moly.
Got to go back for a few more of those, David.
No, I've got a business meeting after this show. Got to get off to
business meeting. I have a business meeting
I
with
do.
a pirate.
Well, it's a business dinner. If they were, that
Is
would
it
be
with
more
Captain
fun,
Morgan?
but, no, it's not with Captain Morgan. No, it's a dinner. It is a dinner meeting at least. But yeah. So yeah, I've still got work to do. You
All
know,
right.
I was talking to you before. I was talking to you before the show. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're so lucky. You get to do all this." I'm like, brother, I've had 15 minutes out there. Or I had about 35 minutes total. 35 minutes total of putting my feet even close to sand.
Yeah.
And this morning I did get to walk down the street to get breakfast. So I did get a little bit of time, but then I walked back, got in my car, and then I was in meetings until literally ran up here, got this thing, and then set up to do the show.
Yeah.
And the moment I'm done with the show, it's close it down and run back out.
Oh man. All right. We'll try and
So
keep it relatively concise then, because it's either going to be a fun meeting for you or a not fun meeting for you. So get a few
I
more
make
Mai
every
Tais,
meeting
make it a
fun.
very fun meeting.
I make every meeting fun. Every meeting.
You'll be 7 Mai Tais deep by the time you get to dinner.
It's like, arr,
That's gonna be a great
we
meeting. All
fixed
right.
the fire alarm. It's be great. All right, so launch it
Come on,
up.
eye patch. So
Launch into the main topic.
bum. All right. So the main topic
Uh,
sounds super boring to most people who don't understand the power of what we're talking about, which is press releases. It sounds super boring. It sounds old school. It sounds old fashioned. But when you hear the results of a well executed press release, everybody with any kind of brand or business or personal, business, anything they're trying to sell, will immediately jump on a good press release. They are super powerful. And what got me thinking about press releases is the fact that Flashpoint, we just launched our e-com site. We just launched our e-com site for pre-orders, and so I've spent the last couple of days. I'm just letting it sort of gestate, essentially letting the web crawlers, all of the different search engines index it to understand the website, so it'll come up in search engines and things like that. It's something you need to do, and I haven't really been talking about it very much because I'm also going to launch a really good press release along with sort of launching the fact that I'm going to be talking about this thing nonstop for the foreseeable future. So I'm going to run through some of the important reasons why you need to run a press release, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we did on Flashpoint's website. Some things that were put together as far as press kits, media kits, things you need to include, information you should include in a good press release. Because there's a lot there. It's not something you can just have AI make for you. It's something you actually have to put work and effort into if you want it to be accurate and engaging. David, do you ever deal with press releases for your company?
no, well, I mean, we're part of it. We actually just inked the contract that Honeywell is an official partner of NHL, and we had a press release that went out for that. We have, as you can imagine, teams and teams and teams of people. For my professional life, we have people that are just they're dedicated to that type of environment and that type of marketing.
Yeah.
Plus an entire legal team to review it all.
Right, that helps. And here's the difficult part. All this stuff is being done by myself for Flashpoint. So it's a lot easier if you have a legal team doing it. So, the thing is most people, when they launch a website or launch a new product or have any type of notable thing happen in their company or brand, most people just start talking about it on social or just tell their friends or, start, putting information out there wherever they can, willy-nilly. And then they wonder why nobody's talking about it. It's just not getting enough coverage. Most of the time when you do things like that, unless you actually have a big audience to begin with, you don't have enough, coverage to really make it worth it. The people who need to hear about your product or service or thing happening, they just don't hear about it. Friends and family are great, but that spread only goes so far. Mm-hmm. So when we launch, Flashpoint officially, it's the website's live and the e-com functionality is live. But when we launch the press release, not only do I want to talk about it, I want to make sure every news agency, every social influencer, every fire safety professional that I can find contact information for, I want them also to know that we're live, and that's also going to drive a lot of traffic to the website. That's going to boost our search results. That's going to give us credibility. More people will be sharing information, and that's only going to help us as far as search engine visibility. That's going to help us for social media visibility. All these things sort of play together. So we're going to talk about some of that. So a press release changes. A press release changes that dynamic by turning. I'm not going to read this word for word. It's nonsense. All right, let's get to some of the stats. So
I'm glad you got caught up on that sentence. I actually read the agenda today, and I'm like, boy, he's going to have a hard time saying that on the show.
yeah, some of the stuff I read, I'm like,
That
that
one-
doesn't. I shouldn't have written it that way.
That one,
All right.
that one doesn't flow very well. I was going to read it. I had to read it like 7 times. I'm like, I got to stop. I'm going to get a headache.
You ever
It was like-
have something that makes sense in your head, then you write it down, you're like, that I'm never going to be able to say that out loud.
Yeah. You remember the massive numbers of napkins, drawings and stuff we used to do at,
Exactly.
at the bars and whatnot, where people would
Yeah.
ask questions. We draw out everything on the business napkin. That's
The
you know,
business
way-
nap-
way
that's
too
it.
done. Yeah, but yeah, well, I remember reading that earlier. That line, I'm like, I want to see how this works out.
It didn't. That's the answer to that.
Well, to be honest, I was like, I'd be impressed if you'd have gotten that one off. But yeah,
Right.
go ahead, because the meaning of it's solid. The structure of it was the only weaker part.
Right. So basically, it just creates a good press release creates discoverability for your brand. It lets not only social platforms know about it, influencers in your industry know about what you're doing, but journalists. If you can get a couple good journalists, a couple mediocre journalists talking about you or your product, or even come in for an interview, that can make or break a brand or an event for your company. So journalists still rely heavily on press releases. Believe it or not, it's still a very big thing. So around 75 to 89% of journalists say press releases remain their number one primary source for company news. Like, that's surprisingly high.
I can understand that. I mean, because so most companies keep a lot of stuff. It's you play it close to the chest, right? For a good part of it, for a good bit of it. But when you get to the press release, now it's time to show your cards and show everybody what you've been doing. And you, at that point, you want the press to be into it. You want the influencers in that industry, in that market, that you want them in on it. And here's one that's going to be, I would say, nearly as important as all the other ones combined. You want your competitors to know.
Right.
Because now when the whole thing is, there's no such thing as bad publicity. When you have your competitors trying to literally market against you at that point, that they're just spreading the word. They're just spreading the word. So like for me, I don't, when we have other people, I'm just like, for a long time, I keep it quiet because I know that's part of their press release. I don't want to talk about their latest and greatest technology because I'm just going to send people to look at their latest and greatest technology. So I keep it under hush. I talk about our technology, but you want your. This sounds a little kind of counterintuitive, but you want your competitors talking about you.
Yeah, it sounds counterintuitive. It totally does. Most people want to stay as far away from their competitors as possible, but you want everybody talking about you. This is one of the few times when you really want competitors up against the fence. You want them talking about you. You want them fighting against you because that means you're a threat, and you can be.
Yep.
So
and the more they talk about you, the more customers learn about you.
That's
and they're
exactly
like, oh, I
it.
better do my research on this.
Right. So 75 to 89% of journalists say press releases are still their number one primary source for company news, for business news. And if even one journalist picks you up for an interview or writes an article about your product or service or event happening in your company, like that type of coverage can absolutely be a turning point for your company. It can 100% take your company to the next level. So you're crazy.
Maybe I'll start writing under pseudonyms and I'll do a press release interview with you.
Go for it. Look,
I'll wear a fake mustache so
a
nobody
fake moustache.
can
That's it.
identify me. Mustache, yeah.
Look, not everybody knows that you and I do this show together. You could, on behalf of a life safety professional, write a news article about Flashpoint.
I think I have, based upon the sensor technology you use, I think I would be a discredited witness
Fair enough. Fair enough.
on the grounds of bias.
All right. So, press releases are also important for search visibility. Search visibility. So everybody knows about SEO, search engine
Yes.
optimization, which is showing up high on Google, showing up high in some of the top search results on any search engine. Also, a big one right now is AI. Showing up a growing trend is people not using Google anymore, younger people especially, but doing all of their search functionality through AI, ChatGPT, those platforms. And those are really growing in popularity as far as a new type of SEO. So recent research found that earned media, driven by press releases, has created a 239% median increase in AI search visibility. AI search visibility, which is
Oh, that's
huge.
nice.
And brand citations across platforms like ChatGPT and Google AI. 239% increase just from earned media specifically tied to press releases. Like, that's massive. Like, you don't get those numbers
I mean,
from just posting on social.
have you? So what's your minor tangent?
Minor tangent?
Minor tangent. Minor tangent.
Oh, you're warning me
This
about.
is
I thought you were asking me what my minor tangent was. I was like, I can make
upcoming.
one up.
No, you haven't done one yet.
I'm not saying it's aliens,
It's.
but it's aliens.
I'm just yes, but I'm not saying. So until we get to the time where he does a tangent, he will either have done a tangent or not done a tangent. We'll have to wait to observe to find out.
It's Schrodinger's search engine optimization. It's
It's
SSEO.
Schrodinger search engine. I love it. I love it. So what's your AI of choice? What do you use to do your general stuff? I know people like me and you. You've probably got 3 or 4 that you use. Grok for one thing, ChatGPT for others.
I use them for different things. So for general random questions, I use the free version of ChatGPT. I find just it answers random questions a little bit better.
Great. Do you have it on your laptop you can pull up right now?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's type in who is West Carnahan.
I've never asked AI that question. That's a good question. All right, hang on. Let me get the window switched over. I'm trying to hide any incriminating things happening here. I don't think there's anything crazy you can see.
Oh, it's scary, huh? It's scary.
Let's see.
It's scary
You can
stuff.
see the things over here. It's
There we
hang
go.
on.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope, that's the wrong window.
That's your Gmail.
That's my Gmail.
Hey, that's
Hang on.
the press release stuff. Yeah, that's what got sent to me today. And now everybody will be emailing you pictures of their feet.
No, I don't want any part of that.
Send your feet pictures to Wes Carnahan at 614-557-1274.
You know what? Whoever owns that phone number is going to be really pissed.
I literally just made that phone number up. Please don't do that. Actually, you know what? Go ahead. I don't care.
You know what? Do send your feet photos to that phone number and then blame David for it later.
Yeah. I'd be like, here, Dave. Kavika is my Hawaiian name. Kavika.
Let's see. There it is. Okay, I don't think there's
Okay, there we go. Ready when you are.
Okay.
All right,
So,
here we go.
Who is Wes
getting ready
Carnahan?
to go to jail. Who is Wes Carnahan? Should be fun.
Wes Carnahan is a Columbus-based entrepreneur. Marketing strategist and technology executive, best known as CEO of Flashpoint Safety Systems. According to his company bio on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn professional profile. His work focuses on lithium-ion safety technology and fire prevention systems. His background includes digital strategy and analytics, marketing, technology, leadership. His LinkedIn profile also references experience in creative technology and entrepreneurship, along with education at Columbus College of Art and Design. It pulled from. It also linked a Wall Street Journal link here. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, it's a sponsor.
Oh, it's a
link.
sponsor. See,
Sponsor
it's a sponsor link. There you go.
Okay.
I was going to say, how am I in Wall Street Journal?
Actually, you're on the free version.
There you go.
I'm like, dude, you're doing a lot better than you thought. you got a freaking Wall Street Journal reference going on there.
Say, geez, man, I'm doing okay. Holy moly.
Like, damn.
So it basically just pulled my LinkedIn profile. And that's what that's essentially what ChatGPT does. It searches the net for its answers and then quickly compiles it. What was your
not too bad.
Why did you want to run that? Just to see how accurate it would be?
Well, yeah. Also, for the SEO part of Wes Carnahan, this would tell me that the Wes Carnahan that we're speaking to, this version of it, not the one that's in the box, waiting for the vial of cat vomit or something to crack open, that you personally have the highest SEO of all Wes Carnahans.
I mean, it's probably a pretty rare name. So yeah, hopefully I have the highest SEO of anybody with my name. But yeah, no, to your point. So you actually really want to have good SEO visibility in traditional search engines as well as AI. I think in the AI world they're calling it AEO or GEO. It depends on who you talk to. It still doesn't have like a concrete name. GEO is generative engine optimization, and AEO is AI engine optimization. So,
and EIEIO is
EIEIO is what I say when you guys say when you're doing your OSU chant. I finish with and sometimes Y. So
OHIO.
You go EIEIO. And I go sometimes.
Oh, that's not our OSU chant. That's our German beer drinking chant.
There you go.
That's much better than our Buckeye chant.
All right. So, like I said, good press release can lead to a 239% increase in AI search visibility, as well as normal search engine as well. So, huge numbers there, and there are more numbers associated with why a good press release can really do what a good press release can do for your business. So research continues to show more measurable impact with press distribution. 68% of businesses report increased brand visibility from press releases. I mean, that's pretty big, and most of those probably are big brands.
Yeah, it's the big brands, but we've talked a lot in the past about marketing touches. And there is the whole idea that the magic number of 7 for the number of marketing touches for a person to be able to remember your name and actually you have a bit of a understanding of your business. Mm-hmm. Those are not all weighted the same. Marketing touch is not all weighted the same, and a good press release can be a very powerful, very influential marketing touch for consumers, which would absolutely bring brand awareness to much higher levels. So yeah, I understand that one. That one makes tons and tons of sense to me.
Right. So for those who do understand how traditional SEO works, you understand that backlinks are a very important thing. So backlinks are essentially another website that links back to your website, and press releases can lead directly to those. If other people pick up your press release, pick up your information, press release can generate 40% more backlinks than standard blog posts. Because again, you're getting that coverage. Some campaigns generate billions of media impressions when paired with strategic outreach and distribution. Billions of
there you go.
Media impressions, and that can be and when it says media impressions, that can be backlinks. It can be social mentions. It can be this and that. And again, as David mentioned, it only takes 7 touches of your brand before there's true brand recognition. Somebody needs to see your brand or hear about your brand 7 times before it becomes a permanent part of their memory and their association with you and that brand. So
Yep.
this it can add up very, very quickly before you're like a name brand. And especially for a company like Flashpoint, where there's not much in the way of competition, like it won't take much to become, the Band-Aid or the Kool-Aid of a specific niche,
Yeah. 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 I mean, you need a Flashpoint system, and one of these days, that's going to mean you as the front runner and 5 different people who have
Knockoffs, essentially.
inferior products,
Yeah.
knockoffs, inferior products. There's something. I mean, I don't want to talk about it on the
Yeah.
internet to give anybody a design edge, but your system has something that none of the anybody else that's tried to solve the thing that you did. They all failed in one dramatic fashion, and your solution just fixed it right off the gate. And so, yeah, I believe Flashpoint will end up being that standard name for all solutions revolving around that consumer level lithium ion battery. And I think it's a wonderful product you guys have.
Yeah, we're anticipating good things. So thank you. All right. So a product launch press release can produce an ROI exceeding 200% over 90 days. So you need to let these things work their magic, because as journalists and influencers pick up the information, they're not going to, a lot of times they might not jump on it right away. It can take time. But over the course of 90 days, a good press release strategy can have an ROI of 200% over traditional marketing. That's insane.
So that would so 90 days is I don't know. I mean, maybe marketing people think, but I would think of that as a quarter, right?
It's a quarter.
It's basically a quarter.
Yeah, it's a quarter.
Okay, so you launch it late in Q1, and you're going to see results in early Q3.
Mm-hmm.
Let Q2 reside there to be, the churn, so that you have the growth and allow it time to mature, and then take your results. I mean, you're going to get a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, but then you're really going to be able to see the results in Q3.
Right, exactly. So it takes time to sort of really let that percolate and do its magic, but a 200% increase over traditional media is just, it's something you can't ignore. It's insane.
Yeah, you can't.
So, the type of organic traffic that you're going to get from a thing like a press release, far exceeds what you can get from paid media, because people ignore ads. We saw the thing on ChatGPT a second ago where it mentioned Wall Street Journal, but it said sponsored. What do we do immediately? We write it off. We don't think about it.
The moment it said sponsored, it's out.
Right. When you search something on Google, the top results are always paid ads. What do you do? What's the first thing people do? They skip over those top ones and go to the actual search results. Because people ignore paid media. They just do. Now, paid media works, don't get me wrong. There's a lot to be said there. But organic media, dude, a good press release can give you insane results over paid media. So, and the last thing before I start showing you what Flashpoint's doing for a press release, a great press release, it combines a lot of... What's that? Yeah, I'm going to show you what we got.
So we're going to see. That's cool. I'm excited. I haven't got to see this yet.
Yeah. So a good press release, it combines a few things. It combines actual PR. It combines SEO, social media, earned media, which is more organic media, all in a coordinated launch, working together. These things just work magic. So if you have a brand or a company or a personal brand, or you want to launch a product or do anything of note, do your homework, put together a good press release, because the results, you can't ignore it. You just can't ignore it. It's going to far exceed anything you're going to do. Any kind of reach you think your friends and family can give you, unless you already have a huge audience, they're not going to come close to what a good press release can do for you.
Okay. I'm on board.
Yeah.
My mind went blank the moment I found out that I was getting ready to see some of your press release. I was like, yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, so David hasn't seen this. Nobody's really seen this stuff yet, because I'm actually going to launch the press release. So when you launch a press release, essentially you want to have the same follow the same rules that you do with a good email campaign. So there are times of day when you want to do this. There are days of the week when you want to do this. You know, you don't want to launch, first thing on a Monday because people's inboxes are full. They don't care. They have more important stuff to do. You're going to get buried by other stuff. You don't want to do it Friday afternoon because guess what? People have other stuff to do. They don't care. They're moving on with their lives. They don't care about you, which means you're getting buried till Monday, which means you're being buried till Tuesday. And by that time, you're buried too deep to be noticed anyway. So a good press release, and I will run through some of the stuff we're doing, and I'll walk you through some of the strategy. But a good press release, you generally want to do Tuesday through Thursday. I prefer Tuesday or Wednesday. And you want to send your stuff between 8 a.m. and noon. Any later than that, people don't care because after lunch, people give up for the day. So even by noon, I say after 10 o'clock is a dead time because people are thinking about lunch at that time. I say between 8 and 10, Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday are your key times. Now, we're actually going to launch our press release. Flashpoint's going to launch our press release next Wednesday because, as we know, Monday it's Memorial Day. It's a holiday. So Monday is immediately out of the question. Tuesday is essentially most people's Monday now. So you don't want to launch on this coming Tuesday because people's inboxes will be full and they won't have time to get to your stuff, which means Wednesday is the key day. And Wednesday, about 10 a.m., is the prime time, in my opinion, to launch a good press release. That's when Flashpoint's going to do it. So I'm actually going to show you Flashpoint's new website. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we're doing for our press release because a lot of information went into this. And it's just so you know, do not just put your information into. I got to go back to the screen. Hang on, I changed it because
of the chat.
There we go. Okay. Hang on, get my stuff. Nope, I have the primary screen. Hang on, I got to switch. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, Ecamm, for making this so easy and not screwing up at all while we're live on the internet. Okay.
We're used to it at this point. We're old hats. We're old hats on things going wrong.
So here's our new website. So we're open for pre-order, and our first two products are the Flashpoint Core, which is essentially designed for home battery backup systems. So think of the big battery banks people have in their garages that are attached to their solar panels.
The Tesla Powerwall.
Tesla Powerwall, things like that. And they have a huge energy capacity, which means when one of those cells, just a single one of the cells in that battery begins to fail, that can potentially be a very big problem. We've seen huge fires break out from these. I mean, within seconds, your whole house can be a loss. If these things go up, it's nuts. There are videos online of these things going into thermal runaway, and it's like a bomb goes off in the garage. It looks like an explosion happens. The whole garage door flies off, and it's really, really dangerous. Our other product that we're launching,
the battery manufacturers don't like it when you use the word explosion. They use the term high pressure event. High pressure event.
High pressure, very flammable, toxic event. Oh, also David, tell us how dangerous the vapors from these batteries are. How dangerous they are when they begin to fail.
So all right, I'm going to nerd out just a little bit. I'm going to keep it in range, but the initial cell venting is releasing electrolytic solvents to begin with, and those are flammable, and those are toxic. Those are the things you want to breathe. Diethyl carbonates, methyl carbonates. That species, it's not a good stuff to have in your lungs, your respiratory system in general. And again, highly flammable. But once you trigger and go into thermal runaway, you're not talking about just the particles of combustion, the dirt, the soot, that type of chemical. We're also talking about huge amounts of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Is released off of these batteries when they trigger into thermal runaway. For those of you who are in this world and are like, well, we got hydrogen detection. That's only after they go into thermal runaway does that work.
Right.
Not your system. Your system is a pre-thermal runaway detection system.
It is. So I'm actually glad you mentioned hydrogen because one of the ways hydrogen is tied up molecularly, and when it's released from these batteries when they begin to fail, is in the form of hydrogen sulfide. Tons
Yeah,
of
hydrogen
hydrogen
sulfide.
sulfide are put out from these batteries. Now, for those who don't know, when hydrogen sulfide meets moisture, what happens? It immediately becomes sulfuric acid. So when you breathe these fumes in, when you breathe this hydrogen sulfide in, within your lungs, it becomes sulfuric acid, and it's destroying your lungs on contact that quickly. Everybody who knows somebody in fire safety, a fireman, any part of the country, probably
Yep.
any part of the world by now, they know at least one guy who can't come back to the force because he's breathed in these fumes from failing batteries. They didn't catch
Yep.
fire, they didn't explode, they were
Yep.
just exposed to the fumes, the vapors, and
Yeah.
they can't come back
The
because
vapors.
their lungs are
You'll
just
see
destroyed.
stories. Yeah, you'll see stories uh, about fighters that were in the vicinity, and they ended
Yeah,
up in the hospital
yeah,
with damage to their respiratory system because of the vapors in this. And the whole idea is to prevent that from happening.
right. So,
So yeah,
Flashpoint, what
that's
we
where you come
do
in.
is at the first sign of these vapors escaping the batteries, at the first venting
Initial cell
event,
venting.
yeah, cell venting, we detect the problem, we alert the user, and we have built into our devices the ability to disconnect the batteries from their charging components, mitigating the damage moving forward. Now, we also highly recommend, and it's all over the site, multiple places. When the alarm goes off, don't rush into a smoky room to find out what's going on. Get out of the house, get away from it as soon as possible, and make sure safety professionals come and check it out and make things safe for you to re-enter the space because it's so dangerous. But currently, in residential settings, there's nothing else that can do what we currently do. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here. Like I said, this first one here is for home battery backup systems, like large BESS units attached to solar panels. Our next one, I anticipate very, very good things. This is for e-bikes, scooters, micromobility. Um, Literally every single day, there are scooters and e-bikes that explode. They go into thermal runaway, and they can go into thermal runaway with zero warning, just immediately. They can begin venting these gases immediately with almost no warning because they're micromobility. They're made to go out into the world. They're jostled. They're bumped. They're dropped. People pick them up and they run into stuff. And these batteries, over time, they receive small amounts of damage. You drive them through a puddle. If you live in a beach community, the salty sea air can get in there and corrode things. E-bike, scooters, micromobility of all
Arr.
types. It can be a real hazard, and our system can mitigate the damage. We can just make your life a little bit safer by giving you that safety layer, by giving you just a few seconds or a few minutes of warning. Get out of the house. Something's going wrong. Because guess what? When you're out riding your e-scooter along the beach and it goes into thermal runaway, that's fine. You can hop off the thing, it can burn over there, and that's one problem. But if you're charging this thing at 3 a.m., now the first thing they always recommend is don't charge your batteries unattended. But what's the first thing we all always do? We immediately plug something in and let it charge overnight. We
Plug them
all
in
do
and
it.
walk away. Yep.
We all do it. Everybody does it. I'm guilty of it. But at 3 a.m., when you're charging a scooter and it begins venting gases right before thermal runaway, do you want a few minutes extra time to get your family out of the house? We can provide that. It's no system can stop a fire, but we have developed a system that can potentially give you a few extra minutes to get your family to safety before a devastating event. And that's what Flashpoint was built to do. Now, one of the reasons I'm anticipating really good things for this device specifically is this, I think, is the more flexible of the two devices. This can be good for micromobility. It can be good for scooters. But also, this can be good for charging cabinets because it has a remote sensor. This can be good. We're actually going to install this in some local schools' laptop charging cabinets. And it's going to serve the same purpose. So anything with a lithium chemistry battery, we can monitor it. So these are the first two devices we're launching. We have other iterations of our technology that we're going to launch in the near future, but we're going to launch these first two because it's the lowest hanging fruit, and there's the most opportunity for these immediately. Now, as far as press release goes, There's a lot that goes into a press release. One of the first things that you want to do is you want to write the press release. So let me bring up our press release. Hang on. Let me get Ecamm to recognize it. There we go. So here's a press release. We're going to launch this on May 26th for immediate release. And it goes through what's important about our technology. It tells a little bit about what we do. It tells about the 2 devices that we're launching. It tells about the fact that there's essentially nothing on the market that can do what we do. That's why it's so important. It has media contact information. And of course, as we put on everything, a safety disclaimer. Flashpoint products are designed to support earlier warning, yada, yada, yada. Nothing can, no safety product can eliminate all risk, that sort of thing, because that's also very important, not just legally, but ethically. We want to make sure people are safe. So you got to write your press release. And you can have AI do this to some degree, but you really want to get in here and personalize this. You want this to be you, your voice, professional, but your voice, and you need to triple check, quadruple check to make sure all the information is accurate. Because when you send this out, this can go out to hundreds of media professionals and influencers. And if you have false information on there or wrong information on there, they're immediately going to forget you and move on to the next thing. You need to make sure all of this is keyed in and perfect. So this is actually the press release, and we're going to send this out on next Wednesday. So pretty exciting there. So let me
That's
go
awesome.
back.
Hopefully, I'm on the release list for that.
What's that?
I said, hopefully, I'm on the released email list for that.
I can certainly put you on there. So what I did was I actually spent the last couple days researching media professionals, fire safety professionals, influencers in this space across all of social media that I could find. And I found about 300 people that are on my press release list. It's going to be, I'm sending this out to everybody and their cousin that I can think of. And David, I will
I did not
definitely
make
add you
the top 300.
Well, you already know about this stuff. You
I
already
did
know what
not
we're doing.
I didn't make the top 300.
I mean,
Ouch.
you already know. I mean, I'm not going to put my mom on the press. I guess I can put my mom on the press release, but I'll put you on the press release too.
She'll just send back a frowny face.
All right, so
That poor lady clicked the wrong button one time, and we've never let her live it down.
we will never let her forget it. So on our first episode, everybody watching and listening, on our first episode, my mom did watch, and I think she meant to add a smiley face or a heart or something. Instead, she added the angry frowny face, and we haven't let her forget it since.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she could have just been giving us an honest review. That first episode was rough.
It was really rough, man. I love that first episode. It was great.
Yeah, we weren't drinking back then, so yeah, it was tough.
Oh yeah, we quickly discovered that adding booze to our show made it much better. Not just for us, but also for you.
So much better. Oh yeah, absolutely for you guys. The more booze, the better the show. But unfortunately, I only had room to carry 2 Mai Tais, so that's all I got.
I told you need more Mai Tais. You never have enough Mai Tais. You should have got like a big gulp size.
Yeah, I should have like, hey, give me one of the pitchers.
Right.
Give me a pitcher of Mai Tai.
A pitcher of Mai Tai. It's just for me. Just for, just gonna have fun tonight.
For my group in the room.
I'm gonna get drunk by myself on the internet tonight. Womp womp.
Yep.
All right, so when you send out, go ahead.
So on that, sorry, I got to take another small side trip here. I did the show one time. I was in Atlanta, and I did the show from Atlanta. And the next day, there was somebody talking about blah 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 blah. I'm like, I've got 3/4 of a bottle of bourbon up in my room, and one of the ladies was like, "That's not something you admit." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Sitting in a hotel room by yourself drinking whiskey." I'm like, yeah, you
How
guys
do you
don't
do
get it. It was for the podcast. I was not alone.
Exactly.
So no, it was for the podcast, and so I think about that every so often. I'm like, yeah, they just don't get it. Move on.
Right. People who
still
don't know,
drinking my
they don't
whiskey.
know. people who don't know, they don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. That's all right. That's all right.
All right. So when you
So,
send out your press release,
refill on blends. They're nice. Send out your press release.
So we went through write your press release. Again, there are templates online that you can do this. It can help you. Don't rely just on ChatGPT. Make sure you get in there and really hone this thing and make it perfect, because important people will see it, and this can make or break your entire event. Next thing you want to do, as I said, I have about 300 people on my press release list. The next thing you want to do is research the niche that your business or event should be associated with. For me, it's fire safety professionals, battery safety professionals. So what I did was I went through and I made 3 major lists. One list was fire safety professionals around the country. People, chiefs of firehouses, people who, ran different blogs and news outlets associated with fire safety specifically. The second list was just influencers, so social media, X. Unfortunately, TikTok is a thing, but anybody in those on those social media platforms who are associated with this niche, and run channels that just talk about this. And there were a lot more than I actually originally thought. And the third list is news outlets, actual mainstream news outlets, big and small, local news outlets, big ones, tech news outlets, the more traditionals. And again, there were a lot of people. So about 100 people on each list. Combine those, and I have a list of about 300 people I'm going to send this out to. And so after you do that, before you can send an email, you need to anticipate what they're going to want to see. They're going to want to see a couple things. So when these people receive your press release on whatever newswire or email you happen to send out, they're going to come to your website. They're going to see your product. And if they want to highlight you, they're going to look for a few things, because they're not going to search you up on LinkedIn. They're not going to search you up on Google. They're not going to do all their own information research. They want to have all the information spoon-fed to them. You want to have as much of your information that you want available to them available on a silver platter to say, don't do your homework. Here it is all for you right here. And this is exactly what we built here. So down below, you're going to see some links in my footer area here. The first one is Newsroom, Flashpoint Newsroom. And this is where most of the more valid information is stored. So this is media resources, company updates, battery safety information. It jumps right in with my contact information, so they can immediately reach out to me. I would love to be interviewed about some of this stuff. The latest announcement, it's talking about the press release. Now, there's a link to the press release. It hasn't been published yet, but it's scheduled to be published on the 26th. It goes into Media Kit. A Media Kit was one of the things you noticed was one of the links down below, and I'll show you that Media Kit later. But the Media Kit includes a few things. Your Media Kit is basically gonna give them sort of the bones of any information they need about you. It's gonna have the company logo, product images, founder information.
So they're going to copy paste this into ChatGPT, and they're going to be able to write an article in minutes.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And you want to make it as easy for them as possible. And that way they're more likely to want to write about you. So founder information, that's a bio, that's quotes, that's a headshot if they want a headshot. I'm obviously really, really photogenic. Company boilerplate, which your boilerplate is just a quick description of your company that they can, again, pop in ChatGPT and have it write an article for them. And in my case, I also included a battery safety background page, which is just talking about battery safety, why it's important, the risks, things you can do to mitigate any danger. And then, of course, the press release materials. And right now, like I said, we're still on the newsroom page. This right here also, they have all the information here in the Media Kit, but this also gives them a lot of that same information, just so they can quickly scan it or read in more detail. Information about Flashpoint, product information, links back to the product, which are very important, so they can just quickly check this out before they have to go anywhere else. Why it's important to have Flashpoint and our technology handy. Again, company boilerplate, they can link to it, or it's all right here. founder bio, approved quotes, media contact information, frequently asked questions, frequently requested information. So you want to anticipate what people might ask you about your company, about your product, why it's important, and give them a quick answer here. Chances are they won't read it, but if they do, it's all here for them. You want to spoon feed them as much information as possible. Suggested media angles. So let's say somebody gets your press release, they come to the site, and they're like, well, how am I really going to spin this? What am I going to write about? Well, you want to suggest media angles. So some of the suggestions I have were consumer safety, fire safety, micromobility, home energy storage, workspace safety, Ohio local businesses. These are all things that are big in the news, and if any news outlet decided to write about any one of them, they will get clicks, and that's what they want. They don't care about you. They want clicks, and you want to make that easy for them. And then again,
Yes.
links back to all your stuff. So yeah, go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I was saying yes. Make it easier. They want the clicks. They want the. I mean, probably part of their compensation is that landing, because on that page is going to be advertisements, and that's one of the ways they get paid.
Right, and that's how you have to look at this too.
Yeah.
They're not doing you a favor. They don't really care about you. But you
They're getting
want
paid.
They're getting paid, so you want to make it as easy for them to get paid as possible, which is what this is all about. So, as I said, that's the newsroom, and then we go into something really important here: the media kit. So we actually have a landing page for a media kit, and the landing page for the media kit just tells about what's in the media kit. We're going to actually go to the media kit here in a second, and I'm going to show you what's actually in there. But it goes in and gives them details about what's in there. First thing is, there's a link to it. People who know what a media kit is, they're going to click right to it. But for those who don't know, they might say, oh, what's in it? Well, guess what? Company logos. A couple different formats of the logos, because depending on where they want to publish this. Transparent logos. Again, make this as easy for them to use as possible. Give them everything they need. Spoon feed them. Product images. It's all there. You tell them about what the product images are. Founder materials. Information. A bio. Approved quotes. A headshot is in there. My email. Press release materials. Product one-page sheets. So a single page that tells about each product. Battery safety information. Why it's important. How Flashpoint helps. And then just quick usage notes. Just say, hey, media professionals can use Flashpoint logo, product images, yada, yada, yada. We give you permission to use our logo if you want to talk about us. And then again, links back to our stuff. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you what exactly is in the media kit. So let me just switch screens here again. So I'm going to click through to the media kit. Now, I changed browsers because I was logged into my media kit on the other account, and I don't want you guys seeing my login information for my Dropbox account. So your media kit, it's basically a place where people can download all this stuff, your logos and whatnot. And you want to host that on like Dropbox or Google Drive, something like that. I chose Dropbox because I have a paid account because I use some of the higher end features for contracts and things like that. But when you click through, you get my media kit information here. So this is all the stuff I just said. It's open to anybody who clicks that link. Aside from that, it's relatively private. But like I said, battery safety background information, company boilerplate, the pre-sale press release. I have my logos, my company logos, and a few different versions in different file formats. And it's all right there. Like I said, make this as easy for the reporter as possible. Give them as much information as possible. Spoon feed them. You want to make it so they can just copy and paste, write it in ChatGPT. It writes the article for them. They're out the door. And because they just want the clicks, you want to make it very easy for them to do that. And that is exactly what this media kit is for. It gives them all that information in a nice, neat little package. Everything they could possibly want. They don't have to do their homework if they don't want to. It's all right there. So I'm going to switch back. There's a little bit
I
more.
love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of
That's absolutely awesome.
there can be a lot of work that goes into a press release, but when it's all done and it's out there in the world, like it it will work magic for your event or your launch that you want to do. So some other things, a couple other things that I personally included. I included a battery safety fact sheet, which goes into general battery safety. Some of the stats about the risks associated with lithium-ion batteries in the world. What thermal runaway is, what off-gassing is, all this kinds of fun stuff. Because if anybody says, well, I never really hear about battery fires, well, guess what? I can click them right back here, or they can even click right back here because it's in my company information, and they can read all about the potential risks involved and why companies like Flashpoint really matter. This includes also sources and references as far as Fire Safety Research Institute, at New York Fire Department, the U.S. Fire Administration. So a lot of good information right there. But also, I included links to contact information, blog sites, product information. All of it is right here, very easy to find, and all of this is linked from the press release and the blog and the emails that I send out. So, like I mentioned earlier, I had 3 essential lists that I built. One was for fire safety professionals, one was for influencers in this space, and one was for media personalities and professionals. For each one of those, you want to craft an email specifically for that audience, preferably for that individual. But with 300 people, I'm going to go with a batched email. So I'm going to have 3 emails specifically for those different audiences. I'm going to build those in a way that I can personalize those emails, so automatically add the first name or last name or company to make it seem like it's personalized towards them. But each one is crafted specifically to speak to that audience. So not only will I publish this press release on a press release wire, which is a whole other conversation, I'm also going to email these individuals with links to that wire and links to my published press release on my website. And again, all of that funnels back into this website where these links, as I showed you, are available. And this is where the magic happens. All of the information they could possibly need is spoon-fed to them because everybody wants clicks, and especially if you have a unique product or service, they all want to talk about it. So you want to make that as easy for them as possible. So a lot goes into a press release, but again, the results speak for themselves. 200% ROI above traditional media, which is just, you can't ignore it.
I would agree. 200% over traditional media ROI. You would be foolish to do so.
Right. Exactly. So that's a press release in a nutshell. I mean, I don't think we skipped over too much. I think I could go into detail
I
about.
think we went into it very well. And I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you, I'm super excited about the media kit on here. That media kit is really super key to allowing people, again, we're not calling everybody out there a chat GPT journalist, but if you make their job super easy for them,
Mm-hmm.
if they're able to get something, the architecture of it together in minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and then all they've got to do is proofread it, make some make some character changes to it, and they're out the door. So they could have, I mean, and whoever picks up Flashpoint is they're going to win a Pulitzer, no doubt. They're going to win 2 Pulitzers at one time. It's going to be insane.
Of course.
So making it easy on them to get that Pulitzer is going to be very important. I love it. I absolutely love it. I didn't know anything at all about that.
Yeah. So and
Very cool.
since all of this stuff is also published on the website, it's all going to be indexed by Google and different search engines and different AI engines as well. So not only the press release, but also having all of this information compiled onto single pages on your website are also going to help you immensely as far as SEO and GEO.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So really, really important stuff. We could do whole shows just about each one of these parts we talked about, But you can just Google how to do this, and it can give you all the answers. There are templates out there you can follow, but I highly recommend everybody with a business or an event they want to hype or a product release, personal brand, do a press release. The worst thing that can happen is you have only 100% increase over your traditional media efforts.
Yeah, yeah. It only doubles. Worst thing that happens, it only doubles your return on investment. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's it. That's a
Oh
press
no,
release.
that's cool. That's super cool. We can't wait to see next Wednesday. So that means next week on the show, which I will be home for. Um, next week on the show, we'll actually hopefully get to see the full. I mean, we got to see a little bit of it, but we'll get to see, and then we start our countdown timer of 90 days for all the stuff to work its magic and see where we go.
That's it. In the meantime, everybody watching and listening, definitely go to flashpointsafety.com and just check out the website, noodle around. If you like it, pick up one of our products. We're in pre-sale right now. You want to get on that list early because I have a feeling our initial run will likely go very fast. I'm anticipating very good
Oh,
things.
absolutely. The Chinese that are going to try to knock off your product are going to buy a bunch.
Oh, every one of our initial products is going to be bought from somebody in Shenzhen.
Absolutely.
Actually, no, I've limited our sales
Absolutely.
just to the U.S. at this point. So,
Well,
but they'll be bought by somebody in
literally
San Diego and
mayor.
sent to China.
They literally a mayor in California just pleaded guilty to being a Chinese spy. So yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yep. So
That's really funny.
good job, California.
Yeah. Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. You're
There
a
you go.
beacon of hope to every third world country.
Well, California, third world country, speaks for itself. All right,
yeah,
getting back to politics. So David, I hope you have a good time at your dinner here in a little bit. You probably gotta run.
Yep. I've got a couple minutes here, and we're gonna wrap up the show. I'm gonna pack everything back up, close my doors, because these massive doors are open right now, so that I get a little
His
bit of air
huge
conditioning.
palatial doors are open to air out his
Yeah,
giant loft with two balconies.
my lofted bungalow here. But really, it's open so that the Wi-Fi from my phone that's over there doesn't get blocked by the low E glass that's in these windows, so that I have better Wi-Fi connection. For the
Well,
stream.
your connection up in your room is much better than it was down on the beach.
Yeah, and we get a little less noise up here too.
So, but yeah,
I mean,
so
there's a little
David,
bit of background, but
enjoy your time in Hawaii. We're all super, super jealous. One day, we will be doing a live show, both of us from Hawaii, talking about Flashpoint, and we'll be laughing all the way to the bank. We're gonna make it happen.
that's a long flight. That's a long flight. So
Well, we're gonna buy the private
I think
island.
somebody's doing shots down there. Oh yeah, yeah. Somebody's doing shots down there without me because I hear them cheers and cheering. 17 floors up, I know when somebody's drinking without me.
Well, go join them. Maybe they have some Mai Tais for you.
No, I got to get off. I got to wrap this up, and now I'm off to another meeting. So it's a rough life out here.
Well, let's get it wrapped up. I'm gonna hit the end, the fade out here, and David, have fun in Hawaii, and
Absolutely.
everybody else, we will see you guys next week.
All right.